I'll be closing up with a few things about the Masks Initiative, so stay tuned for that. But here's Kim.
Thank you. Thanks, Vlad. Thanks to all of you guys for being winners and very intelligent people. You're my Canadian heroes. And if it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be. You keep me grounded and up to date with accurate information and data that I can't seem to get anywhere else. As far as these masks are, what I've been doing with these masks is every time I go to McDonald's drive-thru, or if I go to Giant Tiger or some place like that, and where they're forced to wear the mask, I hand them to the staff, and especially to the younger people, because they are simply doing what is asked of them, and I think they are believing they are doing the right thing. But I'm really wanting to reach out to them in my community that they do have a right to not have to breathe their own poisons. The things that I've been really focused on during this whole COVID jam is really trying to talk to the people that I know about the media and the media's hook on our psychology, and how the government has pretty much always used the media to mold public perception for their future agendas. So I just resigned from mainstream media because they were pushing this crap, and I was not going to be part of it. Yes. I told them if they ever wanted to start promoting the truth and start educating the people on, immune system and the power that we have, then I can sell the shit out of that. But I can't do this COVID stuff. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting pretty vocal to my local politicians. I called my member of parliament yesterday. That didn't go well. I called the South Simcoe medical unit where the chief medical officer is. That also didn't go well. Because I'm getting really pissed off, like Chris says. Like, I am not slowing down. I am like a dog with a bone when it comes to the truth about all of this. So yesterday I didn't get anywhere with talking to the South Simcoe health unit, and they wouldn't let me book a meeting to talk with the chief medical officer, Dr. Gardner. So I wrote them an email instead, and hoping that they could address the answers to these questions. And Vlad asked me if I would reiterate and read the letter to you guys. So here it is. So, Dr. Gardner, are you currently using the model set forth from Neil Ferguson's report from the Imperial College to justify these anti-social, anti-relationship parameters? So, and for those that are not aware, Neil Ferguson and his team out of Great Britain, they're mathematicians and they're biologists, and they did a simulation in a computer model, and they came up with these projections. And I read the report a couple days ago, and in it says this week that the U.S. should have lost 2.2 million people by now, and that the UK would have lost like 1.5 million. So clearly they are like way off, and I believe that our governments are still using those models in spite of like it's just way off. So that's just to clear that up. So if you're not using Neil Ferguson's models, what projections are you using to justify the lockdown? Do you realize that all the mitigation, NPIs, so the non-pharmaceutical implementations, to mitigate, which means to suppress, so do you realize that all the mitigation NPIs that you are mandating will create a population with weakened immunity for the upcoming fall season, potentially causing severe illness and death that could be averted if people do not get to flex their immune systems daily with normal living? How do you sleep at night knowing you are causing severe mental distress from the very young to the very old with these draconian, abusive, and nonsensical measures? The purpose of social distancing, using masks, sterilizing the environment, is it a setup to kill masses of people in October for the next flu season? Is this lockdown telling of the elder population. Keeping people indoors away from their loved ones and under continual stress is a great way to destroy life. Are you taking advantage of a normal annual strain of coronavirus and labeling it as COVID-19 to terrorize the general population that does not understand the power, the immune system's strength, and are you taking advantage of their lack of knowledge? Are you getting paid a large sum of money to carry on the lie that there is a lethal virus amongst us? Do you realize that the Toronto Star had an article in March 2020 stating that Brampton Hospital was overrun with COVID-19 patients? They actually said they had to choose who gets a respirator and who gets to live. When I went there to the Brampton Hospital, the staff told me it was a lie and they had 0 COVID patients. Do you know that I went to a long-term care home in North York after Doug Ford sent the military, and there they had staff shortages because the staff had to stay home with their children. There was no one to take care of them because of the self-isolation policies. And there also was no COVID activity there, although the nurse said if she admitted that, she would lose her job. Do you know that there is 98.6% recovery rate from COVID-19? I put that in quotes. Are you mitigating COVID-19 for the purposes of lowering the general population's immune system? Are you setting us up for a global vaccine that has a biotechnology within it? I went out during the pandemic to get COVID-19 virus so that my immune system could deal with it, and I could not, but I could not find it anywhere. And I went all over Ontario. Is mitigating the COVID-19 virus, so is suppressing the COVID-19 virus to get out there, is that a strategy to delay and prevent herd immunity so that people will be manipulated into taking a dangerous vaccine? Are you aware that all the parameters put in place for the safety of the public is actually creating more devastation than if there was actually a lethal virus amongst us? And is this the point of all of this? These and other questions I would love to address on the phone or in person. I feel and I see you as a threat to my community and actually a threat to all of humanity, and I need answers. Thanks, Kim Churchill, a very concerned citizen. And I won't accept non-answers. I need answers, and I won't stop. I'm relentless. We simply have no choice, and I know that you and I were out there working all the time to save the future, and I pray and I see and I actually feel and I know, you know what, I know something is that what we visualize